If the end of the world comes. First chapter. Alan was asleep in his bed when he was awakened by the morning rays of the sun. He groaned as he rolled on his stomach and covered his face with the pillow. When he finally opened his eyes to see what time it was, he found out he had slept right through lunch. As he stared at the clock on his nightstand for a moment, his phone suddenly began ringing, causing him to jump up in surprise and quickly grab his phone off the floor. He glanced down at the caller ID and saw that it was from his friend Wayne. "What is it?" he asked. As he answered, he swung his legs out of bed and onto the cold flooring. "I called to see if you were okay after the earthquake. It was really scary." "Are you all right?" Wayne asked in a worried voice. It wasn't clear to Alan what Wayne was talking about. Wait, what earthquake?" Alan asked, still confused. A few seconds went by before he heard Wayne gasp audibly and say something that caused Alan to frown slightly. 5 minutes ago there was a strong earthquake, already the 6th this year, but this one was stronger than all the previous ones. "Didn't you feel it?" Wayne questioned. "No, I was sleeping," Alan admitted. "You were asleep?" "Of course, not even a bomb can wake you when you're sound asleep," Wayne said sarcastically. Alan couldn't help but let out a laugh, which made Wayne chuckle a bit. "I guess you're right. It's scary what's been going on for the last half year. All these natural disasters around the world, as if the end of the world is approaching," Wayne sighed. "For me, the end of the world has long since come," Alan replied honestly. A heavy silence filled the room for a moment before Wayne spoke again. "You're talking about Danielle, aren't you?" "Yeah, I am," Alan replied quietly. Silence again filled the room before he heard Wayne take a deep breath and speak. "Alan." "Wayne, I know what you're going to say now, but I can't. I tried to forget her, but I can't," he told him. After a small pause he added, "If I don't have her back soon, I'm gonna lose myself completely. Listen buddy, if you want to talk about this, we can meet in half an hour at the bar across the street," Wayne offered. "Okay, I'll come," Alan said before hanging up. After hanging up, he went to the fridge to get something to eat. His stomach growled loudly, and so, he decided to make himself some toast. When he finished eating, he went to the living room and turned on the TV. He sat on the couch while flipping through the channels aimlessly until his attention was caught on some news station. The entire country has been experiencing an incredibly large quake earlier today. Residents were unable to safely leave their houses due to structural damage. Reports are coming in of people having difficulty getting water, and of a few buildings falling into debris. More details will be announced later. The woman on the TV reported, giving a quick summary of the current situation. "They're not kidding," Alan thought to himself. He wondered if Danielle is okay. What if she got hurt somewhere? She should have been safe, right? If anything bad happened to her. He shook his head trying to dispel the thought. He sighed heavily as he buried his head in his hands. He wanted to call her and ask how she was, when he remembered he couldn't. She no longer has the same phone number. He wondered if she was as worried about him now as he was about her. Then he remembered everything they had been through together in high school. He remembered how they were in a relationship, which failed because they were both young and immature. They were constantly arguing for stupid reasons. They never understood each other and they just drifted apart, not wanting to get involved with the whole teenage drama that is teen relationships. Now things were different. They're both adults and mature enough to understand things better, and maybe even love each other. Maybe they could start over, hopefully this time with better intentions. He stood up and picked his phone up off the coffee table. He looked at his watch, 2:45 p.m. He put on his coat and headed out the door to go meet Wayne.